Arian.
Yeah, a couple comments. I grew up pretty much in this town and on the waterfront, and when I'm punched, I punch back. Maybe I didn't do it in the proper way earlier. Being a commissioner takes on additional civil responsibility that you have to adjust to, and sometimes I haven't adjusted that well to it. The reality for me and what I look at in terms of this waterfront development is being consistent with the town that we are, which is a working class community. I can remember with my father and myself growing up in San Pedro that a longshoreman back then was only advertised in the newspaper when he got in a fight at a bar or in some kind of negative way. He was looked down upon as part of this community by certain people in the community. Today, longshoremen aren't looked at anymore like that because we make a lot of money, we buy pretty good property, and we're looked upon in a different kind of way. But there's still people in this community. Look at areas below Pacific as being a slum. I live on 17th Street above the old Slav Hall, or Dalmatian Hall. And this community I live in has people who've been there for 70, 80 years. Croatian, Italian, Hispanic, Filipino, African American. Our community is a solid community. We got problems like everywhere else, but those problems were created by the economics that have just decimated the American middle class by sending our jobs to China and elsewhere, not because of some kind of devious plan here in San Pedro to lower the values. I understand from the realtor's point of view that the greater property value, the more money they make. I understand that. But in my neighborhood right now, in my neighborhood, you guys had your shot. You had your shot. You had your shot. And you had your shot. Yeah, you had your shot. You had your shot.
Let's remember we all have the First Amendment rights. We were very respectful and listened to all of you. Please listen to Commissioner Arian. Thank you.
The reality is in my neighborhood right now, the last piece of property, 2 houses up from me, sold for $450,000. I don't see how people can afford more than that as working class people, even as longshoremen. And the idea of forcing our community and the value of our property to keep going up and up is not in the interest of the working class and the average person. We have to maintain in San Pedro enough housing for people who can afford it, and not just people who are making $200,000-$300,000 a year or whatever it takes to buy a piece of property for $1 million. I just want to make it clear, whatever I vote on for Port Sacal development is going to be consistent with what I've always believed was unique about San Pedro, multicultural, working class community. And that's the kind of project I'm going to support.
Thank you.